Hey Tony, can you tell me a bit about what makes a good story?
A good story is if you have a good story, you have to have something to tell. You can't tell a story if you don't have anything to tell. So a good story is always something that's on your mind. What turns you on? What is your ambition to tell? So if you have a good story that you mean to tell, then it is a good story. So if it's a good story for you, it will work.
Okay. And how do you put the story, how to translate your idea of the story to become a film?
Yeah, that's the hard part, because making a film demands a bit research. You have to know a lot about the subject that you're working with. You have to write down a script. I always advise people to write down all the things they want in the script. What are the words? What do you want the interviewers to say? Even write the answers down. When you ask people something, you more or less know what they're going to tell. So write that down too, so you know what is the angle of your story all through it. And then don't do a lot of side turns, because that time turn it has a way of making people not knowing what are the point of this. So be very precise on what your question is, and then when you have the answer, don't ask anything else, because you only know what your answer is going to be if it's an interview. Otherwise, I advise people to make a storyboard to have an idea of what are the pictures in the movie, what would I like to see. Exactly, the first frame is very important, but also the pictures through the film is always a good idea. So all the pre-work is extremely important, and it makes the editing process a lot easier.
Okay, and what would you say, how much, if you had to split the time, you have 100 in total, and you have the time of making the concept, of preparing everything, of filming, and of editing, cutting and things. How would you split it?
I would say 25 for preparing, 25 for recording, and 50 for editing.
Wow, okay.
Something like that.
Thank you. And my last question is, you were teaching us a lot in the last 2 days.
Yes.
Did you also learn something?
Yes, I sure did that, because I think that the preparation that I did was ask people to prepare their technical computers and all that, and it didn't quite work, so I should work on that. So I know that when people meet here and come with that short time frame, 1.5 days, we shouldn't have any technical problems. That's one thing. And then maybe we should have divided the people up in less groups. We had 4 groups, where maybe they were a bit too big, the groups.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, in order to make a good story in a film, you need content. You need a good beginning, then you need some content, and you need an end, catchy end, preferably. That's the way I see it.
And how did you find the story here in the museum?
At the museum, we found the story by, mainly 2 things. One of the things, which has not got anything to do with the story, is lighting. We went by looking where is it alright to film, and we decided that there's a good lighting outside. So we looked at the cars and decided we need to find the story, or we need to tell the story about how you get the energy tokens for the cars, because apparently there's a lot of confusion with the people who come here, how to get that.
And how did you translate your idea towards the movie? How did you make the story now?
We did a storyboard, a traditional storyboard, where we decided what the first frame was supposed to be, and then the story. And then in order to understand the story, you have to have a lot of components. For example, that you need to go on the tread machine. You need to see the dials as it rises, and then you hear the click of the coin, and then you put it in the car. So you have to have, it has to be from A to Z and all the things in between in the right order.
Yeah. Do you have any advice to people who want to make a film? Something that you really learned here with the group?
Don't rush it too much, and look through your film a lot of times, and make people who have not worked with the film look through it to see if it's logic, because the logic is the most important thing as well.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anything to add from your list?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
I'm pleased.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. What makes a good story? We are wondering how to make a good movie about the exhibition of NaturBornholm. So we went through the exhibition, we discussed what we saw, we picked up a specific topic at the exhibition and decided to focus on this topic and to not go around this topic because the exhibition is huge, there are many things that you could talk about. So we decided to pick bisons, and today we will be presenting our material. And I think what is important during making such a video about the exhibition is to have fun. So when you are making the movie, people can see that the topic is interesting also for you, that you are passionate about the topic, and it makes a good story then.
Did you make a storyboard, or how did you make it flow? How did you do it? From your first idea, what did you do to translate it to the real film?
Well, at the beginning, we made a scenario. So we thought about the scenes that we could come up with, and then we were thinking about the receiver who would like to see this material. So we decided to play a journalist that comes to the museum and makes recordings for our TV. Then we prepared some text before we entered the exhibition and started the recording. So we had the text ready and the scenario. So then we picked up the best background possible in the given places and made material.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.